Hello, Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Welcome back to home-based learning with Teacher Nora. I hope everyone is good today. Last week I got some feedbacks from some of you that you cannot understand some of my instruction because it's in English. So starting from this week, I'm going to help you with some of the translation. Meaning to say, I'm going to speak in English, but for the main points, isi-isi penting, I'll translate it into Bahasa Melayu. Okay. Before we go on, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? I believe that today we got some students of Cikgu Hasnul. So, Sir Hasnul's students here. So, hi. I hope you will understand the lesson today. Okay. So, what are we going to do today is... It's about the Scary Scarecrow. Okay, Scary Scarecrow. You can read this story in your textbook, page 5. So, today we are going to learn to read about this story, okay? But before reading, I want to let you know some vocabulary, some words that you might not understand the meaning. So, we will say the words first so that it's easier for you to understand the story later. Okay. The first word, scarecrow. Okay. The pronunciation is scarecrow. Orang-orang. Okay. What is scarecrow? Orang-orang. Usually, people put it in the middle of paddy field or any crop field, tempat yang tanaman, to scare birds, like the name mentions there, scarecrow, to scare the birds or other animals, so that the crop will be good, not will be eaten up by other animals. Okay, scarecrow, orang-orang. Next, we have straw. Inside the story, we have straw. This is not the straw that you use to drink. This is straw, jerami, or sometimes we call it hay, rumput kering, jerami. Okay, straw in the story is jerami. Next, organic greens. Greens here means vegetables. Okay, vegetables, organic greens, sayuran organic. What is organic? Organic means it's natural. So, the farmers use natural fertilizer, baja, without pesticide, natural pesticide, sorry. So they don't use chemical. Usually it's like that lah. Dia tak guna kimia. What is natural fertilizer? It's like animal excrete, human excrete. What is excrete? Tahi. Okay, tahi. So they use biasanya baja tahi kambing kan. You always read that. So it's organic greens. We don't use chemical. Tak guna bahan kimia. Enormous. Okay, say the word with me. Enormous. Enormous means large, huge, very big. Okay, that's enormous. Very big, large, huge, sangat besar. You can see the bear here. It's enormous. Okay. Next, we have devastated. Devastated is the feeling, perasaan. So you can see Ronaldo's face here. He's devastated, heartbroken. Okay, something like that. Hancur berkecai perasaan, sangat kecewa. Okay, so devastated is sangat kecewa. Okay, putus cinta lah contohnya. Something like that. So devastated. Next, smash. Memusnahkan, menghancurkan. You can see from the GIF here. The man smash the watermelon. Smashes the watermelon. Is smashing the watermelon. So menghancurkan. It's not the same with devastated just now. Devastated is the feeling. perasaan. So perasaannya hancur luluh, perasaan yang macam sangat kecewa. Smash here is the verb, perbuatan. So awak buat, awak smash the thing. So bagi dia hancur. Alright. Next is ho. Ho is, okay, as you can see in the picture, cangkul, ho. Next, scratching sound. Okay, later in the story, you can see scratching and clawing sound. The same, it's just the same. Bunyi cakaran, high pitch scratching. Something like that. Like you scratch on the door. Okay? Orang kata rasa ngilu kan when you scratch. Scratching sound. The sound of people scratching, cat scratching. Okay, glance. Okay, say the word glance. Glance means tengok sepintas lalu. So in the story, it's menoleh seketika, dia toleh belakang. Glance could be tengok sepintas lalu, tengok macam tu je. Okay, like this man here. Sepintas lalu, sekejap. Glance, dia tak tengok lama-lama, sekejap je. And the last one, chase. Chase is kejar. Tom is chasing Jerry. Okay, here. So, these are the 10 words that you should know. There are many more words that are quite difficult, but I will translate it to you later when we are reading the story. Okay. So, now the time has come. Are you ready to read the story with me? I'll add the music. Okay, so that we have the spooky element here while reading. Okay, so you can open your book if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just look at the slide here so that we can read together. You can listen to me on how to read the words correctly. All right. Okay. Pak Johan owned an organic vegetable farm. What is owned? Memiliki. Pak Johan memiliki kebun sayuran organik. He was able to grow good organic greens because of his scarecrow. Dia berjaya tanam good organic greens because of the scarecrow. Pak Johan built the scarecrow himself. Pak Johan sendiri yang built and made it as scary as possible. Dia buat betul-betul scary, menakutkan. He gave it enormous straw arms. What is arm? Arm here. Okay, lengan. He gave it enormous straw arms. The arm is made from straw and it is enormous. That stretched out. What is stretched out? Memanjang. About 2 meters and big long legs. The leg is big and long. Okay, you can imagine that. The scariest thing about the scarecrow was its head, which was made of a huge earthen pot. Diperbuat daripada huge, big, very big earthen pot. Tanah liat, bekas tanah liat, pasu tanah liat. The scarecrow's face was so scary and ugly. Sangat scary, sangat ugly the face that even he was scared to look at it. Dia pun takut tengok. It was very effective, sangat berkesan, scaring away every bird that tried to eat his vegetables. So every bird that goes there will be scared, looking at the face. Tengok muka scarecrow tu, semua burung takut. The neighboring farm owners, Man and Lan, were jealous of Pak Johan's success. So, jiran dia, the neighbor, jiran kebun, they were jealous of Pak Johan. One night, they stole his scarecrow and locked it in their house. So they stole it, curi, and locked, kunci, the scarecrow inside the house. The next day, Pak Johan realized, Pak Johan menyadari, his scarecrow was missing and his greens were eaten up. All the greens, all the vegetables were eaten up by the birds. The scarecrow was missing. He was devastated. He was feeling very, very sad. That night, the brothers had trouble sleeping. Tak boleh tidur, bermasalah. They could not get the image of the scarecrow's horrible face out of their minds. Disebabkan apa yang mereka buat, mereka tak boleh keluarkan image tu, the picture, the face of the scarecrow out of their mind. Sentiasa ada dalam kepala. Man took out the scarecrow. Okay, Man took out the scarecrow, smashed its head with a hoe. Okay, smash dengan hoe tadi, dengan cangkul, and buried it in their lawn. Dan tanam dekat rumput luar rumah. Okay, bury here means tanam. At midnight, they heard scratching and clawing sounds at their door. Okay, they heard scratching, sound like that. Okay, at their door. Suddenly, the door burst open and a long straw arm snaked in. Okay, tiba-tiba pintu terbuka, ada long straw snake in, menyusul masuk dalam. The man froze in fear. Ketakutan, dia froze, beku, senyap macam tu. They looked in horror as the headless scarecrow's body rose up. Mereka dalam ketakutan kerana badan scarecrow tu rose up, bangun. Okay, naik. It caught Lan's neck. Dia tangkap Lan punya tengkuk. Lan shouted for help, but Man had already made his way onto the moonlit road. Lan shouted, jerit, minta tolong. Tapi Man dah lari pergi jalan raya yang ada sinaran bulan. Man kept running over his shoulder and saw the scarecrow chasing after him. Okay, dia tengok scarecrow kejar dan kejar dan kejar. He glanced back, dia tengok belakang. Dia toleh belakang, dia nampak kejar. It was getting closer and closer to him. Makin lama makin dekat, makin lama makin dekat. Makin lama makin dekat. He noticed that the scarecrow had a new head. And it looked like... So dia perasan yang scarecrow tu ada kepala baru. Dan rupanya seperti the end. Stop. Okay. The story is until it looked like. Okay. Dia tak ada ending dekat situ. Alright. Okay. So the end of the story. Can you understand the story? I think so because I've done some translation for you, right? Okay. So awak fahamlah macam mana cerita tu. So for today, in your textbook, you have different kind of questions, okay? But in my lesson today, I'm going to teach you about comprehension questions. So I make the questions myself, okay? In order for you to answer about this story, okay? So I have some tips here, tips for answering WH comprehension questions. What is WH questions? What, when, where, who, why, how. How is still considered as WH question. Okay? So when you have, I think many of you have known these tips before, but this is just some revisions for you. For those who don't know, yes, you are learning the new things today. All right. So when you add the question, WH question with is, are, was, and were, okay, I have tick here. That means you have to copy down, okay, these words. So bila awak ada WH questions, what, where, why, when, who, how, and then followed by, diikuti dengan is, are, was, were, you need to copy down this one. Kena balik, salin dalam jawapan. Okay? But if the questions are followed by do, does, and did, you don't have to copy down these words. Okay, please remember. WH questions ikut dengan, so for example, where is, where are, who was, what were, why was, contohnya. So you have to write these words again in the answer. But if the question is like, Who does? Why did? When do you? Okay, when you have do, does, did, you don't have to put this word inside the answer. But what do you need to do is find the verb in the question, cari dalam soalan tu kata kerja dia, and you can use the same or change the verb kata kerja tu according to the word. Okay, I put red here according to this one. So, do and does for present tense. Do untuk ramai yang present tense. So, you shouldn't change anything. Kalau dia datang dengan talk, in the answer should be talk. If the question is eat, makan. So, in the answer it should be eat untuk do. Do present tense for plural untuk ramai. Does single, seorang untuk present tense. So if in the question there is does and eat. So in the answer you should change to eats plus s. If you have does and drink, it should be drinks. If in the question does and walk, you should put in the answer walks. Okay, last one. If you have did is past tense. Okay, past tense usually we put ed, or sometimes we change the whole word. Kadang-kadang kita letak ed, kadang-kadang kita tukar seluruhnya. So, if you have did in the question, for example, did and eat. So, in the answer, it should be ate. Did tak payah salin, tapi awak kena tukar. Jadi, ate. If you have did and drink, in the answer, it should be drank. If you have did and sleep, tidur, in the answer, it should be slept. Okay, let's look at the example of the questions from this story. All right, the first one. What does Pak Johan own? Okay, you can see here we have does. So like I said before, does, if you have do, does, did, you don't have to put this word inside the answer, right? And then find the verb. Okay, the blue highlighted here is the verb own, memiliki. So how do we answer? Pak Johan, okay, Pak Johan owns. We put an S here because the question is does. So, Pak Johan seorang, se. So, we put S here. Pak Johan, what does Pak Johan own? Apa yang Pak Johan miliki? Pak Johan memiliki sebuah kebun sayur organik. Okay, you see here, you don't have to put does inside the answer. In the answer, you just change the verb here. Next. Who were Pak Johan's neighbors? Okay, just now I said, if you have is, are, was, were, you have to put this in the answer. Who were Pak Johan's neighbors? Siapa jiran Pak Johan? So the answer is Pak Johan's neighbors, and then you put it back. See? You have were inside the answer. Pak Johan's neighbors were Man and Lan. Okay. For the first question, if you read from the story, it is written in past tense. So in the story, it has Pak Johan owned an organic vegetable farm, right? But if you are answering question, you have to look at the question. So walaupun dalam cerita tu past tense, when the question uses present tense, kan dekat sini teacher guna does. I don't use did, teacher guna does. Does to present tense. So you cannot simply copy from the story. So awak tak bolehlah salin daripada story tu bulat-bulat Pak Johan owned macam dalam story. So it will be wrong, salah. Yang betulnya ikut question. Jangan ikut cerita, ikut question. Question dia present tense, the answer should be in present tense. Okay? Alright. So the third one. When did Man and Lan steal Pak Johan's scarecrow? Okay, you see here did. Did is past tense. You don't have to put it in the answer. Then we search for the verb. Okay, this is the verb, steal, curi. So, we have to change steal to past tense because we use did. So, the past tense is stole. Okay, Man and Lan stole. Nampak tak? Steal jadi stole. Did ni, there is no did in the answer. Tak ada did. Man and Lan stole Pak Johan's scarecrow at night. Okay, sebab soalan dia when. Bila Man dengan Lan curi, Scarecrow Pak Johan, orang-orang Pak Johan. Dia curi waktu malam. Tapi kita guna stole because in the question there is did. Alright. Next. How was Pak Johan feeling when his scarecrow was missing? We have was here. Okay. Yang ni tak payah cari verb tapi it comes with a verb, so I just highlight it. Alright. How was Pak Johan feeling when his scarecrow was missing? Kita salin balik was. Okay, you can write like this. Pak Johan was feeling devastated when his scarecrow was missing. Or you can also write Pak Johan was devastated. Both are correct. Okay, sebab yang ni berasa. Kalau buat was sahaja pun berasa juga. Okay, so you can write Pak Johan was devastated when his scarecrow was missing. You can also write Pak Johan was feeling devastated when his scarecrow was missing. One thing that you have to remember, if we put action verb after was, were, is, are, was, were, you have to put ing. Please remember this. Okay, was feeling. It cannot be was feel. Was feels, cannot. It should be was feeling. Okay, and the last question. Why do Man and Lan freeze in fear? Alright, so we have here do. Do is present tense for for more than one people. Man and Lan 2 orang kan? So freeze. So the answer is, so you see, they freeze. Teacher tak buat they froze. In the story, the word is froze because it's in past tense, but you have to answer according to the question. So soalan ni do ni present tense, bukan past tense. Kalau soalan dia, why did Man and Lan freeze in fear? Then only you answer, they froze. But now the question is, why do? Present tense. So you just put it down here. Sebab dia 2 orang, tak payah tambah S, tak payah tambah ED, tak payah apa pun dia. Just maintain. Okay, guna yang sama. They freeze in fear because they see the headless scarecrow's body rising up. So, kenapa dia orang ketakutan? Sebab dia nampak scarecrow yang dah tak ada kepala, badan scarecrow yang dah tak ada kepala, bangun. Okay, these are the answers. Alright. Alright, the next, it's your homework. I'll explain in BM as well so that you know how to answer this. Okay, in your exercise book, copy down all the 5 questions with their answers. So, meaning to say, the one that I show you just now, yang 5 soalan tadi tu. Okay, awak salin balik, copy down with the correct answers. Salin soalan, salin jawapan. Teacher dah bagi dah soalan dengan jawapan dia, just copy down, salin. Then, draw the new head of the scarecrow and describe it in few sentences. Okay, lukis kepala baru. Sebab dalam cerita tadi, it's headless. The scarecrow is headless, was headless. So, dah tak ada kepala kan? So, lukis kepala baru is up to you. Depends on your imagination. You can draw anything. Okay? Then, I want you to describe. Describe means ceritakan dalam beberapa ayat ni. For example, contoh ayat dia, the head was made of, contohlah kalau buat kepala baru dia daripada cushion. So, the head was made of cushions, for example. Ataupun maybe nak buat lagi takut, the head was made of other people's head. Daripada kepala orang lain, contohnya. It looked like, rupanya seperti, it looked like a what? It looked like a zombie contohnya. So awak buat it looked like a beast, macam binatang buas contohnya. So up to you. You can use these sentences or you can create your own sentences. Kalau awak lagi pandai, boleh buat ayat lain lah, tak kisah. These are the example. So kalau tak reti sangat, you can use these sentences. The head was made of, dia kepala tu diperbuat daripada apa? It looks like, rupanya seperti apa. So you draw inside your book. Okay. For my pupils, use your HBL book, your exercise book. Write today's day and date, Wednesday, 3rd February 2021. And then write all the 5 questions with the answer. And at the bottom, ataupun muka surat sebelah, draw the head, the new head yang awak bayangkan. Okay, buat as scary as possible. Lagi takut, lagi cantik. Don't forget to colour. Then I want few sentences. Okay, beberapa ayat. You can use this one. The hat was made of, it looks like, ataupun you can come up with your own sentences. After completed your homework, snap the picture and send it to your teacher. So for my pupils, send it to me. For Mr. Hasno's pupils, please send it to him. Okay, for other teachers' pupils, send to your teacher. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's look at the comment section. Hello, hi and morning. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Hi teacher, are you fine? Yes, I am. Thank you. Let's look at if there is any question. It's scary, yeah. Teacher, buku saya tak ada muka surat 5. Buka-buka ada muka surat 9. Oh, okay. If that's so, oh tak apa, it's okay. Just now we had read the story together, right? Okay. And you already got the questions and the answer from me. So you just watch again the video and copy down. Okay. The song is scary. Dah 15 minit. No, it's 60 minutes. Saya Balkis. Okay, hi Balkis. Saya hantu. Who's that? You, okay. I don't see any question here. Okay, binatang buas in English nak eja macam mana? Beast. B-E-A-S-T. Beast. Okay. So, you can take your time to think of how to draw the head and how to describe it. Okay. Make sure you copy down all the 5 questions with the answer. You can just rewatch this video, pause, and then copy down. Okay. I'm waiting for your work this week. Okay, I think that's... Kena lukis kepala apa? Kepala scarecrow. Kan dalam cerita tadi, scarecrow tu dah tak ada kepala sebab dah kena smash by Man and Lan. Man dengan Lan dah smash. So, dia dah tak ada kepala. So, you have to draw your own head for the scarecrow. Bayangkan je lah, lukis je apa-apa. Okay? Okay, I think that's it for today. If you still have more questions, just PM me, or for Sir Hasno's students, just PM Sir Hasno. All right. See you again. Have a nice day. Bye. Assalamualaikum.